Hello and welcome. This is the Wisdom Chats for the Curious, because we are all curious about so many things. We're here live on YouTube and on Facebook every Tuesday night at 7, bringing you wonderful guests. We have a series going right now, and I want to introduce, yes, that's a good one. I want to introduce to you some of the people that are involved in the expo that's coming to Houston. It's called the Wellness Expo. And if you go to wellnessexpo.net, you can see all about it, not only here in Houston, but in Dallas as well. And Peggy Sue Skipper is the MC. Thank you. Hi, Peggy Sue.
Hello, Marian. How are you?
Oh, fantastic.
It's always good to see you.
Yes, it is good. It is very good to get together every week. We also have Lady Lou as one of our co-hosts and Sandy Reiling. Did I say that right?
Yes, ma'am, you did. Yes, ma'am, you did.
That's good. Well, tonight we're going to be talking about the value of life coaching. And I think this is an opportunity for us all to learn that we do need to reach out and to get some help once in a while. Maybe not even once in a while, like ongoing. I know I do. I have friends and people that I reach out to because life throws some really weird punches, and balls and lightning bolts and hail sometimes. Yes. So welcome to our show. We're really glad that you're here. If you have any questions, you can put them down in the comments and we will answer them for you. We have a lot to talk about, ladies. So who wants to start?
Well, I want to start.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm going to just jump right in here because
yes,
I'm delighted that you're here with us, Sandy. And I just want to remind people that the real value of a therapist or a life coach or anyone that's helping you look at your life in different ways is that they're a neutral sounding board in a way. And it's great to talk to friends. It's great to have relatives and friends you can talk to, but they're never objective. And oftentimes when you want to try something out, you need to say it out loud and to have an environment where you can do that and not have it bounce back at you, because
exactly.
if you're talking to friends and family, not that they might do it intentionally, but I think that's one of the real values. So I'm glad that we're talking about this tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Well, thank you very much. And you are absolutely correct, because what a life coach does is we're very objective. We don't try to solve anything for you. I believe that you already have in you what you need to do. And it's through my questioning that brings it out. So it's like a conversation with a friend, but I'm not here to solve your problem. I'm here to help you figure it out, is what it is. So you're absolutely correct.
I have a comment about that, because I was in it was a weekend class, and it was in Dallas, and it was all about how to write a book in the weekend, during the weekend. How to write a book in a weekend. Spit it out, Marian. And one of the things that they taught us was that your brain has to answer a question. If somebody asks you a question, your brain goes to work right away to answer it. And so when you said you ask questions and we already have it in us to answer those questions, I so believe that. And it wasn't until I actually experimented with that process that I realized it's true. So if you don't mind, I'll take just a couple seconds to tell you that process. I know a lot of authors, and I've written a few books myself. Lady Lou and I co-hosted and wrote a book together. We also have a plan to write another one, right, Lady Lou?
Soon.
So what they said to do was to take an index card for every idea that you have. And that's the chapter, okay? So you write the name, or you write something down that you want to talk about in your book, okay? Then you turn it over and you write it in question form. And then you hand your pack, which could be 10 or 12 different ideas, and you hand it to your neighbor, your friend, your coach, your dog, somebody, and they ask you the question. So even though it's your question, having somebody else ask you that question, you can't help but answer it. Your brain is set up that way, and you record it, and there's your book. How about that?
We got to do that, Marian, soon.
Well, that's sort of the way coaching works too. Coaching, there's a level of questions that you ask. It's always you keep asking another question, and then what? And then what? And then what? And it makes them dig deeper and deeper and deeper until all of a sudden I've got it. So it's just a process, and it's a beautiful process to watch when someone realizes they already had the answer.
Yeah,
So,
it's within.
Sorry. I just want to ask Sandy, as far as your clients go, do you have a niche that you work in, like, particular types of people with particular issues, or is it very broad?
Well, the term life coach is very broad. Everyone kind of narrows it down to certain things. I deal a lot with mindset issues, which means I help you reframe your thoughts. And I do a lot of self-acceptance, self-love, and self-esteem issues. So I call myself a life challenges coach because I help you deal with whatever life throws at you. But mainly that group of 4 things: mindset, self-acceptance, self-esteem, and self-love.
Those are biggies, all of them.
Mm-hmm. Well, especially mindset, because that kind of ties into everything, because your thoughts or your mindset controls everything you do in life. How you think, how you act, what you become, how you interact with others. So it's important to be in the right mindset. And that's what I help people do. Change their thoughts to positive, forward thoughts rather than negative ones.
So would you say you're reprogramming subconscious?
Exactly.
Subconscious reprogram? Yeah. Okay. That's really important.
Yeah. Retraining their brain to know the truth. And the truth is, whatever they have the issue with. Like, for example, if someone has low self-esteem or they have a body image issue, and, most of the time they're saying, I'm a loser, I'm ugly, nobody wants me, then I teach them, whenever that thought pops into their head, to flip it from I am ugly to I am beautiful and desirable. And it kind of turns into affirmations that they practice for every morning in front of the mirror until they teach their brain that is their truth.
Right.
I like that. Well, yeah. Sandy, you sound like the kind of coach that's very approachable and who people would really want, because you don't should on them. And by that, I mean, my very first coach many years ago, I was so excited. We'd have a weekly phone call, and I'd call her up and we'd talk, and I'd tell her, oh, I've done this, that, and the other. And she says, well, I wouldn't have done that.
Oh, no.
I thought, wait a minute. What kind of coaching is that? So I love what you've just said, that you have them answer, that you just kind of stir the pot and get them to jump in there with their thoughts and their ideas, and it comes from within.
Exactly. It's kind of like thinking about it in a way, you're taking a walk with a friend. You're walking down a path. You try to go one way, she pushes you back the other way. It's kind of just give and take. And it's not, coaches should never tell you what to do or what you haven't done. They should just guide you and walk alongside you in your journey.
I saw the cutest thing on Facebook the other day. It was a graphic, and it looked like this lady, a very messy lady, but it was kind of cute. It was cartoonish, and she had a lot of makeup and different stuff all over in the big mirror, and she was hugging herself, and she was just loving on herself so good. I thought, oh, that is awesome. We need to love ourselves like we do our family and friends.
Exactly. And if you can't truly love who you are, you can't love anyone else. It's difficult. You don't understand that. And if you can't accept yourself just as you are, this very minute, this very second, then that's when I can help you.
Ooh. Now, what are some signs you don't love yourself?
Well, a lot of it's negative self-talk. You always say, I can't, I'm not, I won't. Those things, when you're talking to yourself like that, that brings your self-acceptance down and your self-esteem down. And that's the first key sign that they need to have self-love work done. Then when they start the process, that's when they become to the part. The goal is to get you to accept yourself truly as you are, with every flaw, every issue, that you're just perfectly fine.
And every talent too.
And every talent. Embrace your weirdness. That's exactly what it is. Embrace your weirdness.
Oh, I love that. I'm going to write that on my mirror because I'm one of the weird ones and I love it.
Each one of us is unique and special, and it's okay to be different. It's okay.
Oh,
Lady Lou, give us an idea of what you're talking about. What do you mean you're a weirdo? I want to hear.
well, for one thing, I make up names for myself.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Not very many people go around calling themselves Lady Lou. And I was the queen of networking, and I was the Jelly Belly lady, and I was the master gardener and the lady farmer. I've been a lot of things. I just love nicknames.
The baby boomer babe.
Oh, I forgot that one.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's weird, but fun weird.
It's fun. Yes, yeah. How about you, Peggy Sue? Are you a weirdo?
Oh, absolutely.
I knew it.
I mean, of course.
Aren't we all?
Because we are on the. Who was it that said, just be yourself because everybody else is taken?
Amen.
And I love that.
Yes,
It's like whoever you are, just be the best version of yourself you can be, and enjoy that process.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, not everybody feels that way. And that's where a life coach can assist them in becoming the best version of themselves, or becoming and reaching their full potential. And like I said, it's glorious when you see that happen.
I have a serious question for you, Sandy.
Okay.
What if somebody really has a victim mentality and they don't know it? How do you bring that out of them? How do you help them understand that that's really not the way that they could live the happiest, healthiest life for themselves?
Well, that all goes back to mindset, because we have to get to the root of why they're feeling that way. Why do they feel like they're a victim? So we go through a series of questions and conversations about that.
Well, I'm not a victim. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. They don't know it, and they're going to get offensive if you tell them, right?
But the more questions you ask and the way you can phrase them, make them dig down, and you actually get them to admit that. It's just like any other issue. I'm addicted to food or whatever. Most people don't admit that until they can see it. When you give them examples, and why did you do this? Why are you saying that? What caused you to say that? And you just keep drilling down in the questions until they finally realize, oh, I guess I do have a victim mentality. And then you can start the process to fix it. You have to find it to fix it.
Well, and wouldn't you say that probably most people who really are living in victimhood don't realize it.
Right.
It's not like they know that, because their life is their life and they're just used to it.
That's right.
But one of the key components of that, I think, is most things are somebody else's fault.
Exactly.
It's never their fault. It's somebody else that's done something to them or whatever. So that's a good, I think, clue of somebody that's really living in victimhood. Well, but so and so didn't do what she was supposed to do, and that
That caused me to do what I did, and then I had to go have a cheeseburger and French fries. Okay.
But the whole thing is you can only control what you do.
Right.
You can only control how you respond to someone. If someone is doing something that is causing you pain or anger or frustration, you can just eliminate that by not even acknowledging the action. So control what you do, control how you respond. A lot of people in a victim mentality don't realize it because that's all they've known their whole life.
Right.
They don't know until someone calls them out on it or something calls them out on it. And then that's when they have to come to the realization that I'm living the wrong life. I'm not living the life that I'm supposed to live.
That's right. So are you part of the Wellness Expo?
Yes, I actually do the one in Addison, and this is the first. Well, I'm coming to Houston too, so
Yay! Welcome.
and I'm excited. It's an overnight trip.
Oh, good. Well, you're going to be up where Lady Lou lives. She lives very close to where your expo is. What's the name of the place where they're going to have it?
Lone Star Convention Center in Conroe, Texas.
Labor Day weekend.
Yes.
We're just all, sending love and light to Labor Day weekend so that everything's open and free and we can all gather. And I know I say this every show, but it's so important. I'm so excited that we're getting the Dallas and Houston communities together.
Yes.
So that we can meet and dance together on this platform that's being created. I know, right?
Yes.
It's really exciting. Really exciting. And right now, I think we all kind of need something to look forward to. And I'm really looking forward to this. So
I was excited when I saw that Houston, she had just, I guess it was like a blurb, this is coming. And I was like, I emailed Felicia and said, hey, I want to be a part of this. And she's like, okay.
Okay.
So, I'm happy. And I was really disappointed that it was put off for a while, but
we all were.
Yeah.
One word that Peggy just now used that's so appropriate. She said, hoping it's all free and everything. The convention, the expo is free. So sign up at the website, wellnessexpo.net. I'm reading it on the screen. It's there for those in the podcast. It's wellnessexpo.net. You can read about both the Dallas area, which is Addison, and the Houston area, which is Conroe, and get your tickets free.
Right.
That's
Show
right.
support. I mean, that's one way we can help create the energy to make this happen. Is by people getting their tickets and looking forward to it and
sharing it out
and moving that energy in that way. So that's really exciting.
Yeah,
so,
we have somebody in the audience who want us to mention what we were talking about before, becoming a victim. This is Karen, and she said the ownership of faults is hard, just like criticism. That's why so many workers dislike performance reviews.
And I can understand that. When I was in the corporate world, that was a little difficult. But there's ways to speak to someone.
Thank you, Karen.
And teach them or talk to them without criticism. And people just need to learn that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, instead of making it seem like criticism.
Right.
At least constructive criticism, right?
Right.
Without the bitterness or the grouchiness, just a calm tone and a calm demeanor, and just walk them through it. Now, this is what it looks like to me. Maybe you see it differently or something like that, so that they don't feel threatened.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But the whole thing about performance reviews is if the person that is leading the team is coaching their employees in the way that they should, there should be no surprises at the performance review.
Mm-hmm. Right. Back when I was in the corporate world, I instituted something that I really loved, And I had my employees give me a review at the same when I did their reviews.
Good.
And I really asked them to be honest. And I got some incredible feedback from people that really helped me. I mean, there were some people that didn't, they were just afraid to say much. But after people got used to it and they realized they weren't going to be lambasted, I got some really, really valuable information. So, it's a two-way street. Your team can't be 100% if the leader's not willing to listen to what the team has to say.
Right. We've got another audience member chiming in, and she says it is the truth.
Yeah.
Hi, Lauren. Good to see
Lauren.
you.
Hi, Lauren.
Good to see you in the audience. Thank you for the participation. Those of you who are in the audience, if you have any questions or you have comments, please don't be shy. Put them right down in the comment section, and we'll put you right up on the screen. We love participation because it means you care and you want to get involved. And we need more connection now than ever. Now that we can't hug each other or dance with each other, right, Peggy Sue?
Right.
I'm going to drag you out on that dance floor, and you're going to dance with me the very first and last dance. There you go.
Hey, baby, if you're waiting on me, you're backing up.
That sounds like fun. That sounds like fun.
Can't wait. Oh, we're looking forward to getting back to normal, whatever that looks. And I have a question for you, Sandy. Sure. I know you've been a life coach for a number of years. Have you had one or two clients that have just stood out that overcame really awful stuff and went on to success that you could share with us without a name, of course?
Sure. I do a little bit of career coaching, so I'm going to use one example from that. I had a young lady that was struggling. She was the only female in a large company, and she was wanting to be in a leadership role. But the things that were holding her back were victim mentality. Why am I not getting promoted? Why? It's because I'm a woman. I know that's why. When in essence, after speaking with her and talking with her, it truly wasn't because she was a woman. It was because of the way she treated the people on her team. Going back to what Peggy Sue said, I had her do what I call rate me as a team player. And it was rated on a scale of 1 to 5. And let's just say she scored very few things above a 1. So
Oops.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty. So when we put together a plan and started working with her, she is now an executive. She has a larger team. She treats them from a servant attitude. And that's probably the one with the biggest success, I think, in that kind of area. So it can be fixed. Everything's fixable. You just have to think about things a different way. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, she didn't see it until it was presented to her on a silver platter, for heaven's sake. Here, this is what you are to us. And it doesn't come across pretty.
Wow.
And it was pretty unsettling. I mean,
that would freak me out.
There were a lot of tears until she gathered herself together, and we came up, like I said, with a plan, and it took a good 6 months to turn her mentality around. And that's why mindset is so important to work with. Everything goes back to that.
Right.
And everything, it can be changed.
Yes, ma'am.
It's living proof. It can be changed.
I've always contended that subconscious programming, in my knowing, can only be changed one of two ways. And one is by repetition, because that's how it got there in the first place. What you hear over and over and over again is what your subconscious takes in, recognizes as truth, and runs your life based on that information. And then the other way it can be changed is through some kind of shock, like a near-death experience, something that's kind of a tough way to go, though. It's hard to plan one of those. You know?
Well, yeah, you might not want to do that.
Yeah. So really, we're kind of left with it's repetition, and I've touted affirmations for years, and everybody goes, "Well, I tried that and it didn't work." Really, how long did you do it and stick with it? And
did you feel it?
How consistent were you with using them? Because it's the subconscious will only, that program has been there a long time. It takes a while to override it. Does that line up with what you think?
That makes perfect sense. And Leslie says, being honest with yourself is the beginning. And that is absolutely the truth. Right. If you can't speak it, you can't fix it. So you have to acknowledge it and speak it. And affirmations are, everyone thinks, oh, don't stand in front of the mirror and say, they're silly. They're not silly. You're retraining your brain. And going back to what you said about your subconscious, we're all born a clean slate. We came, as a child, we're told what to believe, what to do. Don't touch the stove, it's hot. So you build your belief that every time you get near the stove, you could get burned. So it takes getting older and understanding what your beliefs are and then challenging your beliefs. And if they don't quite sound right, then that's time to change them. And repetition, you just have to keep doing over and over. Like a recipe. The more times you do it, the more times you get it right. Right.
Or you can try the near-death experience thing.
Oh yeah, you can do that. I wouldn't recommend that one, Peggy Sue. I really wouldn't. That one might.
There's no guarantee that you're going to really come back.
Well, that's right. Or that it'll really work. But there are some people it has changed their lives.
One of the things that I have found is if you're going to do affirmations, then try to feel it. Don't try, do it. Feel the feeling that comes along with it. If you're just reciting words, whatever. I love myself. Yeah, I love myself. Yeah, I love myself. Yeah, it's not going to work. Come on, you got to feel it. Love yourself. Hug yourself. Go out and hug a tree.
Yeah, like the lady in the picture, right? Like the lady in the picture was hugging yourself.
Yes, I'm going to send that to all y'all because I think it's important. It's so cute. She's just loving on herself, and you can tell. We've got some more comments here. Lauren says, and be sure that you're talking to yourself when you are doing affirmations. Oh, talking to yourself. Oh, I got it, Lauren. I got it. Instead of reciting it, you're actually talking to yourself. Right. You know what I call that? Mirror talk.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. I like to tell people, talk to yourself the way you like someone else to talk to you. So if you're saying nice things to other people, say nice things to yourself. You can't love anyone else if you can't love yourself for who you are.
Right. And we're all so unique, and we've all got special stuff about us, talents, skills, just our persona is special. Like I forgot who, Peggy, I think, was saying it, that we're all totally unique. There are no two people in this world who are identical. We're all different, and we can love that difference. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be like anybody else. I want to be who I am. And if I need to have a new name, I'll choose a new name.
You know what? She's got MSU after her name. That means make stuff up. Of course, we call it make, what up, but she calls it make stuff up. And that's exactly what she does. If she doesn't like the way something's going, she's going to change it. She's going to make stuff up until she likes it. So I love that about Lady Lou. She's just, she's quite a character. I've known her for probably over 30 years. And when I met her, she had a crown on her head. She literally was the queen of networking, and she had a big spider. It was a jewelry, a piece of jewelry, a huge spider on her back, and this big crown. And I said, man, I got to meet that lady. She's so cool. And we've been friends ever since. You know,
that's great.
I know she loves life, and that's what it's all about. So thank you. You've taught me so much about loving myself, Lady Lou. Thank you.
Thank you. Because we've all got it within ourselves. It's innate and it gets pushed down. I want it to bubble up in everybody. Think of what this world would look like if everybody was smiling and happy and doing what they love. And that's a big one, doing what we love. If you're in a job that you really hate and it's dragging you down, start looking around. Make stuff up again and figure out what it is you could do that would make a living for you, and start doing it part-time on the side until you can build it up to get out of that corporate job or whatever you don't love.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know Peggy Sue that well, she used to have the Consciously Curious group meeting, and it was meeting in person every week at, where was that, Edgar Casey or something?
At the Edgar Casey Center.
Yeah. And so, these ladies really have it going on. Talk about, spreading the love. These ladies do. So, yes, it's a wonderful opportunity.
Well, and I think what Louise said is so true, and that's where really life coaching comes in. If you don't like the way your life's going, it might help to get somebody neutral and emotionally uninvolved in your life to give you some insight. So, Sandy, I would ask you, what would you say? There's an average length of time that people work with you, or is it just different for everybody because we're all unique?
It's pretty much different. I've had people have one session and they're good. I've got one client that I've had for 1.5 years.
Wow.
And you just keep working. Once one thing is fixed, you keep going on to the next thing and going on to the next thing. Now, I'd say the average is about 90 days.
Okay.
People usually come in with most of the time have a set thing. I'm stuck. I need to get out of my job, or I need to change the way I think about myself, or I'm having trouble doing this or that. And sometimes they come in like that. Sometimes they come in not knowing what they have wrong or what they need to do. And that's why I offer a free discovery session.
Good.
And I give them a 45-minute session for free. I call it the good fit conversation, to see if what I can do for them will help them. And if I can't, if it's out of my wheelhouse, I know someone that can. So I will make sure they get help from somewhere.
Oh, and I think that is awesome. I really want to applaud you for that, because it's not just whether or not it's in your wheelhouse, but not every two people are just an energetic good match for each other. And if you like, I've done that. I've had people come to me as clients, and I've recommended they go see someone else because I just happen to know that person would be a better fit for them for whatever reason.
Exactly.
So I love the fact that you do that. I think that's very, that's just a very sound decision to have that kind of introductory, what did you call it? Good fit?
Good fit conversation.
I love that. I love that.
They may not want to work with me, and I may not want to work with them. And so when we have a conversation and we just kind of find out, well, what's going on? What are you trying to do? Then that's when we know if we click. Because if you click, you can fix anything. If you don't click, and it could be just because the person isn't ready to change.
Oh.
Okay, so I know you guys are going to go, oh my God, Marian, I can't believe you said that, but I'm going to say it anyway. So I want to be able to send you people when they come to me for help, because I teach technology. I help business owners get on, social media and making graphics and doing videos, right? So they come to me, they pay me, okay, to be in my class or my workshop or whatever. And they'll say, well, I really want to do it, but I hate Facebook. I'm like, then why are you here? I want to send you to somebody. You help them love everything, and then they can come back to me. How about that?
That'll work. I'll take every one of them.
What the heck? Why would you try to do something you hate? I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, they're not using their head and understanding the logistics of what they're trying to do. And that's where you would come in, Sandy. I love that.
Exactly. I'm going to be sending you clients, okay? Hey,
I will, like I said, I'll take every one of them.
Hi, Steve. Good to see you.
Oh, hi, Steve.
Oh, and we have somebody in Facebook who is meeting with us, but...
Well, don't go by what Steve said first. We're juicy ladies. Oh, no, that's somebody else calling us.
That's somebody else.
Oh.
Somebody
Thank
else.
you.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Now, in Facebook, because they have so many privacy issues, you have to go into the description right above, and down at the bottom of the description, you'll see a thing that says, let StreamYard have permission to see you, because Facebook just really has a big problem with security and all that. So if you don't give us permission, we can't see who you are. That's all you got to do is click that button. It's real easy. All right. And then come back and tell us how juicy we are.
Oh, we love that. Well, Sandy, how will people get an appointment with you? What have you got a link?
They can go to my website.
Okay, recite that for our podcast people.
It is Perpetual Coaching and Consulting.com. And they can click on the link at the top of the page. It says book online, and find the good fit conversation and click that. They get to pick the date, the time, and it'll send me a notification. And I have another coach that I work with. If I'm booked and I can't get to them, she will. So we will definitely help them. That is correct. Perpetual Coaching and Consulting.com.
There
okay,
you go.
I'm going to spell it for those people who are listening to our podcast. And if you are listening to our podcast, or you're on Facebook, or even Facebook, YouTube, there's a description down below with all the links that we talked about today, because wellnessexpo.net and Perpetual Coaching and Consulting and Peggy Sue Skipper and Lady Lou, there's a lot of stuff going on here, and I don't want you to have to stop walking the dog or stop driving your car to write anything down. We've got everything for you in the description. So it's Perpetual Coaching and Consulting.com.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh, perpetual. That's a beautiful word.
Always coaching.
I
Always.
love it.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Well, give us a big tip on how can people use your services the best.
How they can use it the best?
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing is the best thing that I could possibly do for anyone is to help them believe in themselves and help them love themselves. And I think if we get past that, everything else is a cakewalk, because they have to be able to be comfortable in their own skin, and they're not. So if they're comfortable in their own skin, they can go out and do whatever they want and live the best life they possibly can.
That is a perfect way to do it, because people just need a little boost, a little push, and sometimes they can't do it for themselves. So your offer of the 45-minute consultation, I have never known anybody to give 45. They give 15, 20 minutes, but you give a big one. That you're serving your clients that way. So you're coming from your heart.
And I truly care about my clients. I truly do. I want them to be happy, and I want them to be excited about what is going to happen in their life. And that makes me happy. So it's kind of a selfish thing. It makes me happy too, but I just want them to be the best person they possibly can.
Terrific.
Yay!
Yes. So don't forget about the Wellness Expo. That's in Dallas and in Houston. You can go to wellnessexpo.net to check out all the opportunities to connect with us. And Lady Lou and I have been asked to come and do some interviews there at the expo. So we will be there, and we're excited and happy to do it. So think about how you can get involved. So if you're not a vendor, you might want to be a speaker, or you might want to just come and hang out with us and dance. Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, and Sandra will be there. You have a booth, or are you a speaker, or what's going on?
I have a corner table at the thing, so I guess it's a booth. Yeah.
Okay, and
Well,
Steve says, please repeat the website. So I'm going to do it one more time, and this is for Sandra. It's Perpetual Coaching and Consulting.com, and it's down in the description below this, right after the. No, it's already there. Now we are going to be doing a nice 5-minute meditation. So ladies, if you don't mind, go ahead and say goodbye. And then we will close with a nice, beautiful picture. And we're going to just relax and let Peggy Sue Skipper take us home.
great
So-
meeting you, Sandy. I can't wait to meet you in
Me
person.
too.
Labor Day weekend.
It's going to be fun.
I'll looking forward to it.
Okay. And bye,
Yeah.
Lady Lou. Bye, Marian. I love
Bye,
you.
everyone. And thanks to all of you in the audience for joining us tonight. We have had such a good time. And I want you to know that Natural Curiosity is it produces all of our live stream shows and that come out on YouTube and Facebook. And we also have the podcast. We love our podcasts because we can take them anywhere. So visit NatualCuriosity.Live and find out more if you want to talk to us or have questions or have ideas. And we'd love to have you on the show too. So we're all going to say goodbye for now. And then we'll listen to Peggy Sue's wonderful, wonderful meditation. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. While we're getting the graphic up, if everybody just get in a relaxed position, close your eyes. This is a very short meditation, but it's extremely powerful if you just dive into it. So I will ask for the purposes of this meditation that you breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. And focus on your breath. Focus on making sure that your in-breath is equal length with your out-breath. And just keep breathing. And as you're breathing, begin to see this beautiful white light literally entering your body through your nostrils as you breathe in. And that white light filling your body and surrounding your body, cocooning you in this beautiful white light. And feel your body get warmer and more relaxed as you breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And as we continue to breathe, as we breathe out, we are sending this beautiful white healing love light out into the world, to all the people, the plants, the animals, right into Mother Earth herself, surrounding the whole planet, cocooning the whole planet in this beautiful love. And when we breathe it in, we're breathing that love in from all the other people, from the planet herself, right into our bodies, so that we all become completely one in this light. Just breathe. Breathe it in. And with each in-breath, feel your body get more relaxed, warmer, until you can feel this light literally hugging you and cocooning you. And breathe it out to me. Send me that love. Thank you. And breathe it in, the love that I'm now sending you, that everyone on this call is sending you, the planet is sending to you. Breathe it in. Feel that love. And send it out. And take this energy with you into the night, into your dreams, and wake up with it tomorrow and take it into your day. Thank you for joining us tonight. We love you. Until next Tuesday, Good night.